Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel we post writing tips, unboxings, book hauls, book reviews and the occasional vlog. And today I have another writing tips video for you, and we will be discussing how to write love languages. There are 5 standardized love languages, and although I believe there are so many other ways and that you don't necessarily need to fit into one or more of these boxes, it's a good place to start, especially if you are writing a romance, and something just to bear in mind. Begin with, the 5 love languages as standardized are gift giving, touch, quality time, acts of service, and words of affirmation. I'll go through these 5 and what they actually stand for now, and then we'll go into a further 6 other ways I believe you can show love specifically in neurodivergent couples. Before we get into those, don't forget, if you like what you see, to subscribe to this channel. Your continuous support means a lot, so thank you guys so much. 1. Words of affirmation. This is when someone wants to have the words either in written format or spoken to affirm your love for them. This can be things like actually just saying I love you, but also things like leaving secret notes for each other. It can be affirming how beautiful someone is or how kind someone is. Just generally saying I appreciate you, and that is how this type of person realizes that you love them. This is quite an easy one to write if you're writing this type of character in a romance, because it's words of affirmation, so you just use dialogue or them leaving a note for one another. It can be easy to slip into the dialogue because it can just be one-off comments or little notes found. It doesn't have to be a massive plot point, but they can easily be put in there. 2. Quality time. This is spending time together, specifically just the 2 people, or 3 or more if you're in a polyamorous relationship. This can be just going for a coffee together. It can be watching a movie together, reading together, walking together. This one is most likely used in enemies to lovers or friends to lovers romances, where generally you see the romance blooming between them from time spent together. This can also be the one bed scenario where you're trapped in one room together, so inevitably it's time just for the 2 of you, creating quality time. Number 3, gifts. This is the receiving of or giving of gifts, in particular thoughtful gifts, so not just standardized easy gifts to give, but well thought out gifts. For an example, my partner Matt bought me a little book for Christmas that I can use as a sort of library remembrance, so I lend books out a lot, so I can write them down in this book to get them out of my head, so I know where our different books are with our friends and family members. Gifts like that are specific to that person. These type of people will also notice if a gift is given with less thought. For an example, you could have a love triangle situation in a book, or perhaps a betrothal situation where the person is falling in love with someone outside of their betrothed, and it could show the betrothed given one gift, this other person given another, and this other person's gift is more thoughtful than the betrothed gift. Number 4, acts of service. This is anything that makes life easier for the person. So things like bringing someone a cup of tea in the morning. It could be cooking dinner, tidying the house. Something that makes life easier for that other person. A way I think this is quite often shown in romances is when you have someone who comes and fixes things for that other person. So say they've inherited a house and they've moved in, but it's derelict, and then the local handy person ends up helping them a lot by fixing things. Or say someone has been ill and hospitalized. When they come back, someone's been looking after the farm. Situations like that. It's in real life, these are small things. In books, these can be from the small to the very large. And finally, number 5, touch. This is physical touch or forms of affection. It can be as simple as holding hands, moving on to sex. One way this is often shown in books is the passing of a cup and the glance of the fingers lingering too long on each other. It's a very common trope and it is used a lot. Also things like the lingering kiss when you say goodbye. An example of this is in The Holiday, where Miles lingers and kisses their cheek twice and then says that they didn't mean to kiss twice and to linger on the final kiss. I will reiterate, these are just 5 types of love language. People are multiple of these. These are just standardized ways as well. They're quite broad. So just to bear that in mind, it doesn't need to be one form and it's a standardized way to show love. A person can show love in all 5 of these ways, but often people have a few favorite ways that they show love. For example, my mum is definitely a gift giver or gift receiver. My partner is definitely physical touch. People lean towards different types. And this leads me into other forms of love languages, specifically in neurodivergent couples. And for this, I have 6 types. Some of them are quite similar to the first 5 standardized love languages. However, they do deviate and there are some differences. Number 1, problem solving. This sort of links into the acts of service. However, it's not always an act of service. It's sort of helping someone answer or problem solve a situation. For example, Matt really struggles with phone calls, and though I don't like them, I find them less stressful than he does, so I will often do these phone calls for him where I can, which helps him a great deal and minimizes his stress. It's a form of showing affection. Number 2, info dumping. This is a word I'm sure everyone is very used to now. It is when someone who is neurodivergent info dumps their favorite thing or their special interest. And a love language in neurodivergent people is to feel safe that they can info dump on you, and to be the receiving person is that you will allow that. You're not holding that against them. You will sit and listen. It's okay for them to info dump. An example of this in my own life is Matt loves guitar pedals. I get all that information. A lot of it goes over my head, but he can info dump that on me, and that's absolutely fine. Likewise, he gets that when I'm talking about our birds or in the garden or plants or various other things, because I flit between many interests, and he lets that happen. Number 3, and this is my favorite, and that is parallel play. This is definitely one of my forms of love language. Parallel play is when you and your partner want to be together in the same room, but non-vocal, possibly not even touching. This is things like one person watching the TV whilst another person is playing a computer game, or both people reading side by side in bed. It could even be things like doing chores together, which is called body doubling. So you are writing an essay and the other person is sorting through socks or something like that. Parallel play, for me, I absolutely love it, and it really shows how comfortable I am with someone if I'm able to do this, and that we understand each other enough not to interrupt each other in our parallel play. Number 4, physical affection. Again, this is one that really links into the standardized versions of love, which is by touch. However, in neurodivergent couples, this can be slightly different. In this, I mean, it can be extreme, and I definitely fall into this, where sometimes I don't want to be touched at all, and sometimes I'm super cuddly. I have very sensitive skin. It turns out if you rub my skin like this, it will feel nice for about 2 seconds, and then it actually physically hurts. So physical touch is a different thing for me and a different boundary. Some things are always off limits until certain times, and then they're on the table. Neurodivergent touch can just be a little bit different from standard touch, as in it varies. 5, unmasking. This is sort of similar to the parallel play, but in a neurodivergent couple, being able to truly be yourself is amazing and a big form of love language and trust. To be able to just be you unapologetically and not be trying to fit in, not be trying to tone yourself down. For example, being allowed to info dump. For me, it's being allowed to randomly burst into song, to run around. Both me and Matt both randomly will just put our arm in the air. It feels really relaxing. I don't know why, but we don't judge each other for this or ask why. I can fidget as much as I like. My feet are always moving. Being able to unmask. And these are all things that you can show in your writing. If you are writing from the protagonist's point of view as well, there can be situations where your protagonist can just completely let go. And the final one, number 6, and that is gift giving, which again, like the standardized gifts, however, even more thought through or in a way random. So it can be things like you're on a walk on the beach and you find a specific stone, and that stone, for whatever reason, feels like it means a lot to you. So you give this to someone to show that you love them. It might not be something that they necessarily understand, but it's something you want to give them. Or things like you have a mass supply of washi tape, and you give a specific one to a person, but that actually means a lot to you and therefore is very thoughtful for them. And that's it for my 5 standardized love languages to use in your writing, and also 6 neurodivergent specific love languages also. Do remember, these are just the standardized overall ways of showing love. You can flit between them, you can have multiple types. People lean towards a couple of them, not always just one. It's just something to bear in mind and to help you to show the love in your romances. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you like to see as soon as I upload, click that little bell down below. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Tumblr. I upload bookish pictures as well as my writing tips and unboxings on there. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye!